There is a billionaire in Kenya, by the name Narendra Raval Guru, who wishes for only two things, that is, first, to make Kenya import-free, or rather less dependent on imports, and second, to see President William Ruto rule Kenya for at least 25 years. Narendra Raval, who is sometimes referred to as the Kenyan Dangote, is the founder and chief executive officer of a successful Kenyan conglomerate called Devki Group of companies, which has heavily invested in the manufacture of steel and steel products, cement, clinker, as well as electricity, in various locations within the country, with his companies literally saving the Kenyan economy, which was just decades ago very reliant on imported steel, and importation of these other essential drivers of development. His investments have been saving the East African country billions of dollars in foreign exchange every year, money that would be flowing out of the country for the said imports, and as he presided over the launch of a clinkerization plant in West Pokot County, which lies in the country's northwestern parts, on April 8, 2024, a plant that will solve Kenya's cement manufacturing challenges for good, he could not hide his joy that his companies are turning Kenya into a manufacturing powerhouse. Additionally, he could also not hide his joy that William Ruto is the president of Kenya, since Ruto's manufacturing policies really favor his companies, and thus, he openly made it known to the world that he would wish to see the fifth president rule up to at least 2050, and before we proceed, take a listen at him make some revelations about his companies, and his love for the Ruto presidency here.
Jambo wananchi zote. Jambo sauti hapa nasikia. Rais yetu yuko hapa na iko na furaha. Liko anashindwa na hiyo weather, lakini mzee kusajaribu sababu ya nini kukuja hapa hata na barabara. He loves us so much, he loves this country so much that especially myself, I have no words to say thank you to him. God gives him 100 years of life. I wish that we have this president for at least for 25 years. Mali angini iko miaka mingi sana. So if we have this nchi itabadilisha.
And when he rose to speak while at the commissioning of this 45 billion shilling clinker plant, the Kenyan President William Ruto also took his time to praise the billionaire, showing how much he values him, not only as a true patriot, but as an investor who believes in Kenya, and as one of the people who are helping him transform the country into a manufacturing powerhouse, and achieve its ambition of growing the manufacturing sector to 20% of GDP by 2030.
The role of the Devki Group in this journey is commendable. Two of their investments, National Cement and now Semtech, produce 6 million tons of clinker annually, which is equivalent to our national demand as a nation. The opening of this plant takes our clinker production beyond this demand to 11 million tons annually, an excess of 5 million tons. The group's achievement is admirable. Over the past 5 years, it has invested, as Mr. Guru himself said, $1 billion. That is close to 150 billion shillings in our economy, in our country, both in the steel and cement manufacturing. And I want to congratulate my brother Guru for having the confidence in our country. It takes courage, it takes commitment, it takes belief for one to invest 150 billion Kenya shillings, even if it is counted in whatever currency. $1 billion is big money in terms of investment. It doesn't matter the currency you use to count. Additionally, it now employs 11,000 Kenyans directly and more than 40,000 Kenyans indirectly. In this plant alone, over the last 4 years, 5,000 people have been working in this plant. Going forward, 2,500 people will be working here every day. And that does not include the transporters and all the other people that will benefit from this ecosystem. The business, the entrepreneurs that will be developed by this factory will contribute immensely to what Kenya of the future and West Pokot of tomorrow will look like. At the national level, the economic benefits of Devki Group's investment are critical and also substantial. Local manufacturing of clinker and steel has saved the country foreign exchange to the tune of $500 million every year. And the Devki Group remits 2 billion shillings every month in form of taxes to the Republic of Kenya. That is 24 billion shillings every year. You've also heard that he pays 1 billion shillings every month in power charges to our Kenya Power company. That level of commitment, investment, and paying taxes demonstrates immeasurable patriotism to the Republic of Kenya, and I want to say to my friend Rawal, congratulations. Tafadhali huyu muungano tumpigie makofi jameni. Huyu Guru ni rafiki yangu, lakini anaamini kwenye taifa la Kenya. Sio watu wengi wako na uzalendo ya kutosha kuweka pesa zao katika investment ya mali kama hii. Umesikia hii kiwanda ilipatiwa leseni ikafanywa ground breaking miaka 13 iliyopita, lakini haikuanza. For 13 years nothing happened, kwa sababu people had excuses. Or you know West Pokot is insecure, or you know there is imports of clinker and many other excuses. But when Devki came into the scene, a man who believes in Kenya, who has demonstrated his patriotism to the Republic of Kenya, he overcame those challenges. He overcame those excuses, and that is why today we have an investment of 45 billion shillings in West Pokot.
It's worth noting that this Kenyan plant is expected to produce 2 million tons of clinker every year, and within 5 years, it will have surpassed the country's annual demand, and started exporting to Kenya's neighboring countries like Rwanda, South Sudan and Uganda. And just to mention, clinker is a strategic material that is used to manufacture cement, whereby, when added with gypsum and fine soil, it produces the cement. It can be stored for long periods of time in a dry condition without degradation of quality, hence it is traded internationally and used by cement manufacturers when raw materials are found to be scarce or unavailable.